I'm Bluenbroke and welcome back to my channel, and probably going to de-influence quite a lot of products that I brought out with me that I really did not need to bring. We're in our final room. Fly back to the UK tomorrow after 6 months of traveling. 6 months is a long freaking time. I have been in Asia and Australia for all of that time. We've done Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Philippines, Bali and Australia. So 6 months in 6 countries, and I've had the same backpack, the same clothes, the same electronics the entire time. So I thought, considering I'll fly home tomorrow, what better time but to tell you what's been in my backpack, what's been a dead weight to carry around, what have I used every single day. Because I definitely did shit ton of research before coming out here about what I should bring with me, and some things I think people just influenced me on. Obviously you have your own personal opinions, you need your own things that I want to know about, but I'm going to tell you what I brought to hopefully help you a little bit into when it comes to that packing that stressful bag. It took us like 2 weeks to pack these bags, and if I missed something, drop it in the comments below and tell me I'm wrong. First of all, let's get the bag. Damn it, that was heavy. So this is the bag that I've been carrying around for the last 6 months. First big question that I literally spent maybe like 3 days, genuinely 3 solid days researching is what type of bag to bring. Good old argument of suitcase or backpack, and has been my opinion every day traveling is that people come backpacking with a backpack for the aesthetic, for the Instagram photos, and it's actually like the most unhelpful thing to bring. Sometimes you will be walking a kilometre with that bag. That is a long way to like walk with like 20 kilos on your back. Like very controversial in terms of like kind of unhelpful, because my bag is a suitcase and a backpack. So I can put it on the back whenever I need to. There's 180 days when you go 6 months traveling, right? I put it on my back once, no twice. The first time was for the picture at the airport, and the second time when I landed in Koh Samui and it started to like really rain. I have a rain cover for it, so I put it on my back because there was like 2 inches of water. You couldn't really wheel a canvas suitcase through it. But it's literally been one time, and that time that I put it on I only had to walk 20 meters, so I literally could have just lifted it up if it was a suitcase. My opinion is if you can get something like I did, which is the Osprey TheraView 65. I actually got mine on eBay secondhand, and it was £100, which again sounds like a lot for a bag, but something that you're going to be living out for 6 months was a great investment. Reflecting on it, yeah, I would pay £2,000 for this bag because it is a lifesaver. You can definitely get much cheaper versions like a Mountain Warehouse. Do invest in a good bag. Suitcase or backpack, do both in one. So in terms of what's inside my suitcase, let's open it up. The first things first, I'll link this down in the description. You need packing cubes. When people go backpacking, especially in a big backpack, they just shove everything down, you know, and they're like, oh, it's fine, I'll just pull it all out. When you are staying in an 18-bed dorm, which I'm sure you will if you're going backpacking, there is no space for you to get your stuff out and look for that one thing you've been looking for and pull everything out the bag. You need packing cubes. I actually didn't believe it. Millie convinced me to get them before we left, and I've never been more grateful for something in my entire life. If you think about it, at home you have a sock drawer, you have a t-shirt drawer, and you have a shorts drawer or trousers drawer. This is your drawer now. This is my shirts drawer, this is my underwear drawer, this is my tops drawer. So I know that I've got everything because it's full. Do you know what I mean? I only ever put t-shirts in one, put shorts in the other. I know what they should look like when going. 100% first thing you need to do is buy packing cubes, and not the ones that I originally bought, very flimsy non-compression ones. When you're originally packing it, you basically have way more space, and then you zip it all up and it compresses it so that it's smaller in your suitcase. Toiletries, look at the size of this motherfucker. First things first, the conversation about whether you should get a hanging toiletries bag. Yes you should. There's like some of the showers I've had to shower in have been absolutely fucking grim, and you do not want to put your bag on the floor. There's a lot of bacteria down there, so for health and safety purposes, definitely get a hanging bag. You can hang it on like the shower door, or most places there's been hooks you can hang it on when you go into like hostel showers. Put all of the stuff that I bought on Amazon in the description below. If you do go over there, it's genuinely the stuff that I bought traveling. An affiliate link, so anything you do decide to buy will go towards helping this channel. So this bag I broke on day 1 because I overfilled it. Like, that's not the bag's fault, I overfilled it. These hanging bags are a lifesaver. Again, you don't have a wardrobe out here, so this is now your bathroom in a bag. In terms of what I brought, this bag is actually the bag of stuff that we don't use, and we have a bag of stuff that we do use in the bathroom. I was so heavily influenced about what toiletries to bring out to Asia. Like, it's actually a bit of a joke. Spent like £300 in Boots before we came on toiletries we thought we could not access in Asia because everyone was telling us that we couldn't. It's a load of shit. I'm going to begin with the things that you do not need to bring. First of all, this is an optional one. It's the shower filter, which weighs a ton, by the way. I will link it down below. They just all are like this. They're quite heavy, quite bulky to bring around. And the reason I would say no, don't bring it, because the chances that you're not going to lose it are so slim. I think if you're coming out here for 2 weeks, bring one. Like, it will help your hair, keep your skin good. It will filter through that water in the hostels or in the hotels you're staying in and make it better. When you're going for like 6 months, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I lost it on day 2. I left it in the first hotel we stayed in Bangkok. If you're a bit more responsible than me, you may not lose it, and then I think it's probably worth bringing it. But just that blends into a shower room, so that when you look around and you're leaving the hotel, you're like, oh, I've got everything. You're not even going to notice it's still on the shower. I've been a couple of times when it's been really salty water, our hair's not really felt that washed. But I would say a handful of times in terms of 180 nights away. I do recommend the one that we did have for 2 nights. It was great. The next thing that I was influenced to get, which was the most stupid thing, the shampoo and conditioner bars that everyone says that you need to bring traveling. They get wet in the shower and they dissolve immediately, like you don't have them. And we bought the little containers for them and everything. They fill up with water. Like, there's a 7-Eleven on every corner in Thailand. There's Circle K's in Bali. Like, you can buy £1 shampoo, Pantene, Tresemme, Herbal Essences out here. Like, there's good brands here and they're very cheap. They're cheaper than bringing it from the UK, so you might as well save on the weight in your case and not bring any shampoo. Get it when you land. There's going to be a 7-Eleven on your road. Whoever you've listened to who's told you need a shampoo bar, it's a load of shit. I think it's like throwing money to the wind with those things. The next thing is like first aid and medical, which obviously is really important. You should 100% have a little first aid kit. I bought this on Amazon. Pretty much use most things once at least out here. The main thing I would say is plasters. You get blisters a lot, like minor cuts on your hands a lot, so having a set of plasters in there is so useful. Bring a little first aid kit. It's tiny. Like, that is worth having rather than that extra t-shirt in there. Medicines. We spent a stupid amount of money on medicine coming out here because for some reason we just thought if you've got barley belly, there's no cure. Like, you're not going to be able to do anything when you're out here. Every medicine you are getting, they have here. The only ones that I would say to definitely bring some extra are ibuprofen and paracetamol, because they're a general one. If you have a headache on the plane, you might need some paracetamol, fair enough. But I would suggest that you get in the UK is an anti-sickness or travel sickness medication like Quell, because the ones out here are very strong. The rest of it, constipation relief, diarrhea relief, whatever other reliefs we've bought, you could buy here. Like, and the chances that you're going to need them are slim. I have had barley belly, Millie's had barley belly. The stuff that we brought doesn't work. You can bring that stuff with you, but it is mostly just sat in my case for 6 months and nothing's happened with it. And there's so many pharmacies around here that you can go and get that stuff from. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving you medical advice. You bring what you need for your own condition. My personal experience is that I've carried around a load of medications that I didn't end up using. The next really important thing that you need to bring and not forget if you are a person who bleeds once a month: the tampon situation in Asia. Most of the time you cannot access tampons. They don't exist. They have pads that are like putting tissue paper in your pants. You need to bring a stupid amount of tampons for the length of time that you're going to be out here, because I promise you there's going to be people in your hostel that are going to say, hey, have you got a tampon spare? You're going to give away a few, you're going to lose a few. My biggest medical thing that you need to bring if you're a person who bleeds once a month, has their period, is tampons. Personally, I'd never used tampons before coming traveling. I have now converted to tampons because they're so much smaller, so I think come prepared, overstock. If you're going to Australia, they do have tampons there. Like, they have the same brands over there, so you don't need to stress. But in Asia, you will really struggle to find good quality tampons. A big one that you definitely should bring with you is sun cream. You can buy sun cream out here, but in Asia, because of the culture that you're immersed into and you're, you know, becoming a part of once traveling here, is the sun cream is 1, very expensive, and 2, often contains bleach. Sun cream is often whitening and it whitens your skin. So if you're someone who's trying to catch a tan, be careful when buying cream, moisturizer, face wash and sun cream out here, because often it will tell you on the package that it's bleaching, it's got whitening agents in it. You can buy them without them here, they're just quite hard to find. The other thing out here is you're going to be faced with mozzies, like mosquitoes, quite a lot. Mosquitoes can actually make you seriously ill out here. There's such thing as dengue fever. If you don't know what that is, do look it up. Don't be terrified of it. We haven't caught it, touch wood. Like, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get it, but I definitely think bringing a good spray or lotion with like a high concentrate of DEET in it will really help to keep those mozzies away. Again, you can buy bug sprays out here, but I have not once successfully, I might be wrong, as someone who has already done this traveling around Asia, they might recommend something different, but I have not once seen a lotion or a spray out here with 50% DEET, which really is effective of keeping those bugs away. We didn't bring nearly enough. We ran out in like the first 3 weeks we were traveling. We bought little bottles, like 2 little bottles like that size. So if you can bring a big bottle, bring a big bottle. In terms of the clothes to bring, I brought like 3 t-shirts like this, which probably I would say now was 1 too many, like 1 or 2 if you have my type of style. And to be fair, my girlfriend wears these as like over her bikini when she wants to cover up quickly. So I bought 3 of these like type of shirt. T-shirts, I've gathered loads now because as I've been touring the world, we've gone on some amazing group tours like Welcome to Travel, and along the way we've collected the group t-shirts. I originally came out here with 2. There's very rare circumstances you need to wear a t-shirt. In Asia, if you're traveling at prime time of year where it's like 35 degrees, it's too hot to wear one. I don't have pajamas, which sounds crazy. If you have pajamas, you probably don't even need t-shirts, but I sleep in like boxers and one of these vests. I have 5 vests. I would definitely say in terms of the clothes you bring quality stuff, monotoned colours, because like wardrobe's quite monotone, meaning like the same pair of shorts can go with all 5 of my shirts, or the same shirt can go with all 5 of my shorts or my bottoms. Which definitely means like feels like you have more clothes with you than you do. When you're in the UK, you're packing for this. It's like it's almost like you can't imagine how hot it's going to be, so like you can't think of like whether you'd wear that type of material whilst you're out here. Buy like football shorts. I have 1 pair football short material, silky, very very thin, and they are the best shorts that I have because it's so hot out here. Literally any other thicker material makes you sweat. These type, which are like cargo, I've got 2 of these, so I've got a black and a beige version. I think cargo shorts or football shorts are the best materials to bring. So for my girlfriend, instead of shorts, she's got a couple of shorts, but then she's got like 2 skirts. Again, she's got like a cargo-y skirt, which is her favourite one to wear because it's so light. But my girly girls watching this, my girlfriend has brought 20 bikinis, which sounds outrageous, but if you're backpacking, you're going to spend a lot of time on beaches, you're going to be spending a lot of time on boat trips, going to beach clubs and like hopping around the islands, especially if you go to places like Philippines or Thailand. 20 bikinis I would actually say is the right amount to bring. But like me, I wear a sports bra in the water. I wear like sports bras in the water with swim shorts. I brought 2 pairs of swimming shorts out with me. I brought 1 Calvin Klein, a real pair of Calvin Kleins from TK Maxx, which were like 30 quid. I thought this is ridiculous, why am I spending that much? I have chosen to wear them every time. Shorts out here was just so bad quality and so tight, so I literally basically have been surviving from 1 pair of shorts the entire time. If you're going to wear bikinis, invest in some good bikinis. If you're going to wear swim shorts or whatever it is you decide to wear to go swimming, you're going to be swimming a lot, so do invest in a good pair. Nike do the best sports bras, which sounds like such a typical lesbian thing to say, but they actually do. The material I can swim in. The last thing in terms of clothes, I promise you I'm going to move on to some more interesting stuff, is do bring 1 jumper. When you get on the overnight trains in Vietnam or Thailand, or the coaches, the Greyhounds in Australia, wherever you're going, there is going to be times where the aircon is airconning bad. 1 long pair of trousers and 1 jumper. I've used this jumper every time. Sometimes you are not in control of the aircon around you. This is a horrible bag, so ignore this bag. But this is what I've been carrying around my electronics in, and it probably weighs like 2 kilos. I got influenced to buy this. Most stupid thing I brought with me. If I was just carrying this around, it wouldn't be that heavy, but because it's with everything else that I do need, this has been so heavy to bring around and completely unused. You're gonna need one of these so that everyone and yourself can plug in and charge. I've not needed it once, and it has literally just been sat in my bag the entire time. You don't need a ginormous extension cord, I'll tell you that now. Okay, so the next thing you will definitely 1,000,000% need is a adapter. We got these on Amazon, and honestly, lifesaver. It means that when we've been country hopping and the plugs change, we've not had to get a new adapter every time. US and Australia, UK plug, and then EU, and then on the back again you can plug in all types of things onto the back of it. We had 2 of these, we've lost 1 in 6 months. If you are coming with your partner or someone else, do just bring 2. They felt like a really expensive thing to buy, an adapter, but actually retrospectively reflecting on it, we've not had to buy a new little adapter every time we've changed countries. Sometimes even in the same countries, from hotel to hotel, the adapters change. I'll link it down below for you. You need to get one of these. I don't care who you are. For your safety, you need one of these. Get your plane tickets on your phone. You can order taxis on your phone in Asia. You can pay for things on your phone. You need it to be charged, and of course there's going to be days when you're out for like 12 hours. You need a power bank, and I recommend the one that I bought has seen me through. It's never died once. It can charge like 6 phones up. But yeah, I'll link it down below. You need a good power bank. My last few things for you will sum up this video in terms of things that I was influenced by and did actually help me. A neck pillow. You're going to be on the most uncomfortable coaches of your life. You're going to be on the worst moving trains. You need a neck pillow. I would get a memory foam neck pillow like one of these. It's going to get dirty, it's going to get ruined, but they're like, what, 10-15 quid. They are such a lifesaver. I was going to bring an inflatable one of these. Why? I know they're big and bulky, but we just attach them to our bags. We've bought them around the aisle for 6 months. You're not going to lose it because they're massive. Do bring an actual pillow version, not an inflatable one, because you're going to have 18-hour sleeper coaches. Give yourself the chance and the best ability to be able to sleep. It is a dry bag. I remember when I bought this, my girlfriend was like, oh, we definitely don't need this. I have used this every day as my backpack for the day because you're around water all the time whilst you're traveling. Slash, if it's in Vietnam, it might rain a lot, and having your electronics, your passports, your dry clothes in a bag like that for the day is honestly been a lifesaver for me. Yeah, this is a 10-litre bag, which has been more than enough to fit 1 towel in, 2 changes of clothes, and other stuff's in the bag as well. One thing I would say is mine is an over-the-shoulder strap one. If I was to buy one now, I'd 100% buy a backpack one, just because this like pulls on your shoulder when things get wet and heavy. Definitely buy one of those because they're so essential. You're gonna need it. You can get it when you land here, it's just I don't know when you're gonna be near a shop that's gonna sell them. The next thing is a microfiber towel. I'll put a picture in here. You can get ones that are fluffy, don't smooth materialed ones. I'll put a link to the ones that we've got. They're great for the beach to lay on. They're light to carry. Biggest thing is they dry really quickly. When you're moving every 2 days, you need things that are gonna dry quickly. Okay, I have now trashed the room with all of the stuff coming out my suitcase. I really hope that you guys find this video helpful because I try to be really honest about my own experiences of what I brought and what was unhelpful. The last thing I really recommend to anyone before they come backpacking is a travel insurance. I will link one down below that I recommend. First 3 weeks that we were in Thailand, we met this guy in a hostel. He was a bit off vibes and like not okay. Found out he'd been recovering from food poisoning, which he was hospitalized with for 2 weeks. He did something mental, by the way. He ate chicken cooked in black oil on the side of the road. He went to hospital with it, and we know a lot of people who get injured on bikes and stuff like that whilst out here. Injuries and accidents do happen, and he didn't have travel insurance, so he was meant to be out traveling for 6 months. And it was cut down to 2 weeks before he got ill, 2 weeks in hospital, and 2 weeks after still recovering. So he was out here for 6 weeks. He had to spend his entire 6 months budget on the hospital bills. And 4 out of those 6 weeks were him recovering from this illness. So it completely ruined his travel, not being insured. That after we heard that story, I was like, thank fuck that we sorted that out before we come out here. So I do think it's worth having. Be protected so that when you need help, you can get help without the stress of the finance. Hopefully you don't get ill or anything like that, but that's my last recommendation. That's it for this week's video. I hope you found it super helpful. Drop in the comments below if you've been traveling before and you think that actually some of the things that I said you don't need, you do need, or if I've missed out things that are absolutely essentials, drop it in the comment below. Again, if you have a question about something you're considering buying or you have bought and whether you should bring it, drop it in the comments and I'll answer you. I love you guys all so much. Thanks for supporting the channel, and we'll see you again next week for another video.